Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Man charged with burglary in St. Catherine. A St. Catherine neighbor has been charged with burglary following an incident in August Thornburg Walk on Monday. Charged is 22-year-old Kevin Robinson, otherwise called Maggie. Allegations are that about 10:30 p.m., Robinson was caught in the act, stealing several items from a house that he had broken into. The police were alerted and he was taken into custody. Robinson was later interviewed and charged. He is scheduled to appear before the St. Catherine Parish Court on Friday, December 30. Guys Hill man charged of pistol whipping two others at party. A man from St. Catherine has been slapped with several charges after he allegedly used a firearm to hit two men in the face at a party on Guys Hill Main Road in the parish on Saturday, December 1. Charged is Giovanni Hart, otherwise called Flex, 31-year-old of Guys Hill in the parish. He has been charged with possession of prohibited weapon, using firearm to commit a felony, possession of firearm with intent to injure, unauthorized possession of firearm, assaulting occasionally grievously bodily harm, assault occasioning bodily harm, malicious destruction of property, and unlawful wounding. Reports are that Hart was at a party when he got into an altercation with two other men. He reportedly approached them and used a firearm to hit them in their faces. One of the victims suffered a broken front teeth and another was dislodged. Hart also allegedly destroyed another man's cell phone before fleeing the scene. He was later apprehended by the police and charged for the crimes. He is scheduled to be arraigned on Friday, December 30. St. Anne men charged with murder, robbery. Two St. Anne men have been charged with murder, conspiracy to commit murder, misprision of felony, and robbery with violence stemming from an incident in Orange Hill, Brownstone, in the parish on Sunday, December 4. Charged are 27-year-old Ray Sean Rattray, otherwise called Sean, and 34-year-old Ainsworth Wither, both laborers of Orange Hill District. Reports are that both men confessed during a caution statement to robbing a man of an undetermined sum of cash and stabbing him multiple times before setting his house ablaze. The body, that was burnt beyond recognition, was found following cooling down operations. The police are awaiting forensic evidence to confirm the identity of the deceased. Intense investigations by detectives in St. Anne led to the speedy arrest of Rattray and Whittle, who gave caution statements. They were consequently charged and are awaiting their appearance in court. College student reportedly abducted and raped in Westmoreland. A college student was reportedly abducted and raped in Savannah Lamar, Westmoreland on Monday night. Reports are that about 7:10 p.m., the 18-year-old girl was walking along the roadway towards the White House Bus Park when a white Toyota Axio motor car drove up beside her. It is alleged that the driver rolled down his window and then brandished a firearm and pointed it at the young woman. She reportedly then realized that the perpetrator was someone whom she had met earlier in 2022. Further reports are that the man ordered the young woman into his car and in fear for her life, she complied. The suspect then reportedly took her to Chantilly Gardens in the parish where he raped her. On Thursday, December 22nd, a report was made to the police and a statement was recorded from the woman. Investigations are ongoing, the report said. Commissioner of Police Major General Anthony Anderson visited the Trelawney Division as part of his divisional tours during the Christmas season. During the visit, he thanked members for their work throughout the year, as well as received updates on crimes and security in the parish.
Well, this is one of a series of visits that I'm doing around the divisions, the various divisions, particularly over this period, where the police are called upon to do more, largely to keep everybody else safe over this period, whilst they can, shop and enjoy this season. A lot of our officers have to come to work even more than normal to make sure they do that safely and in an orderly fashion. We're dealing with traffic matters. Here in Trelawney, we have a cruise shipping port. All good things. Commerce is taking place, another good thing, but we have to provide the circumstances for that to be done safely and in an ordered way. DSP Milton here, who is the divisional commander, and his team have given me a briefing on what's been happening on the crime side, but also other matters that impact the parish. It's safe to say that the team here have been, doing good work. The first part of the year was challenging here. But by the second and certainly the last quarter of the year has seen declines in crime, and the team here has a high clear-up rate, a relatively high clear-up rate of 60+%, which is really good, and have their act together. They are working their divisional plan. They had spent a lot of time doing the plan, putting it together, and now we're seeing the fruits of those plans being rolled out, executed. We had Operation Relentless has been going on here for the past 3 months, and we're seeing the effect. The SOE wasn't here in Trelawney, but there are 4 divisions in Area 1. The other 3, that's St. James, Hanover, and Westmoreland, have had an SOE in place, and that has reaped great benefits there. So we've had, certainly over this one, which just ended a day ago, we saw a 66% decline in homicides in those 3 parishes, which is actually beneficial. And of course, the way the plans work, so St. James has its plan, Hanover has its plan, Westmoreland has its plan, and we used appropriate tools where it's necessary to get the results that we get. So we should be seeing declines in parishes, whether there's an SOE in place or not, because the ones where the SOE are, that's what's necessary there. In the ones where that's not what is necessary, we use other methods. As I say, when we get emergency powers, all other policing tools are on the table and are being used everywhere. There are some places that are just have such a high level of violence and violent crime that the emergency powers are significant in impacting that violent crime. So it's just, we call horses for courses. It is what is required based on the plan and the problem for each space. And we're getting results in all of them. The other aspect of things is that where we have had an SOE in place, I am certainly going to ask that we declare again in some of those spaces. We might change the boundaries a bit, but there are still places where the problem hasn't gone away, and we're going to need those measures again in the last part of the year and into the first part of next year. It's important that we start the year right in terms of the numbers so that we can continue that momentum into next year.
So, Commissioner, does that mean you'll be recommending another set of SOEs before the year ends?
Yes, that's correct. We need to continue the momentum and we need to keep the numbers down. So absolutely, yes.
Primary school principal encourages people to help the less fortunate. Acting principal of Hillside Primary and Infant School in St. Mary, Marika Campbell, is encouraging persons who may be considering lending a helping hand to those less fortunate but are hesitant to just do it. Campbell speaking at a recent community outreach event the school organized. The event resulted in 93 elderly people in need from the Friendship Islington era receiving care packages. Just start, because when we start, we didn't start with anything much. When you reach out to persons, you don't know who will come on board with you, but the hardest part is to start, Campbell said. According to Campbell, the care packages were made possible because of the generosity of staff members, parents, food for the poor, acquaintances, and other suppliers. At the same time, retired registered midwife and member of the school community outreach group, Iris Moore, said she had to join the group because volunteering is like a part of my DNA. Adding that even though she is retired, Moore said she still participates in outreach groups in the parish. We do this like twice per year, distributing to the poor and the needy, and not just food, whatever we have like clothing, toiletries. I remember we got walkers, and we give chairs and pampers. Anything that we get, we find people that we give it to, Morris said, noting that it is important to help those less fortunate. Morris stated that she had been volunteering in several groups for over 40 years. I remember we started outreach to clinic babies and parents, and we used to do it around this time, and so that became a part of me that we volunteer. We normally beg for things and give it to them, and sometimes we cook and feed them, because when we talk about proper nutrition, some people talk about I don't eat this and the child doesn't eat this, but when we prepare it, they eat it, so we show them what to prepare as well, she said. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the